Okay. Wake up. There we are. Welcome, everybody, to Any Sunday Songwriters. I realized just this morning that we have now, but this is our 5th year, because we started in March of 2020, just like a lot of other people. But it was too good to let it go whenever they let us out of our cages, so I'm still in mine on your random Sundays. That's why it's called Any Sunday Songwriters. And my guests today are, to the far left, at least the way I've got it arranged, is Richard Lappin. And hopefully I said that correctly. And I met both Richard and Brian at the Far West Campfire, is what they call their open mic. And it's lots of fun to have them here. I'm delighted they both said yes to it. And in the middle is Brian Petroff, who I also met at Far West. And they'll have to tell you more about themselves, and they'll be playing you some songs, and we'll keep doing this until they throw us out of here. So, Richard, would you like to kick us off? Just tell us a little about yourself and play us a song.
Sure. I'm Richard. I live in California. I know Jan's in Austin, so I have to yell, I guess, because it's pretty far. I write songs as a hobby. When I was in college, I thought I was going to be a novel writer, and that was too much work. Then I thought I'd write short stories. That seemed like too much damn work, too. But I figured I could write 3.5-minute story songs. So I settled there and do it for fun. Is that enough, Jan? Okay. This song called Round and Round. One last drink, hang around the kitchen sink. You know the party always ends up there, and we're cracking jokes about artichokes, laughing like we never had a care. Ain't that the road that we're all traveling? And ain't that the path that we're all going down, down, down? At the end of the day, love shows the way. Keep us all going round and round and round. Nursery rhymes, nickels and dimes, dreaming of a distant shore, reading Baudelaire, sitting around in your underwear, counting blessings till we can't count anymore. Ain't that the road that we're all traveling? And ain't that the path we're all going down, down, down? At the end of the day, love shows the way. Keep us all going round and round and round. From the great big cities to the funky little towns, love's gonna take you round and round and round. Sushi bars, railroad cars, punch my ticket all the way from Montreal. Shooting the breeze, singing in Japanese, laughing about how the world got so small. You know, I get a little boost, drink pickle juice, and I'll probably live until the day I die. Sunset fades, hearing aids, playing Rolling Stones and eating apple pie. Ain't that the road that we're all traveling? And ain't that the path we're all going down, down, down? At the end of the day, love shows the way. Keep keep us all going around, keep us all going around, keep us all going around and round and round.
Great. And here we are going round and round, just like
Yahoo!
you said. We are so obedient. So, Brian, your turn. Tell us a little about yourself and play us a song.
Well, first I wanted to thank Richard for that song. I think I've heard you play that before, and that's a favorite. And I'm glad I see in the audience, I see the top of Dr. Scotty Jacobs' head. And I suspect that he is like in the Orange County Convention Center, someplace like that. And my musical biography, I grew up in a musical family, especially my grandparents. My grandma's day job was she managed a Goodwill. And when I was probably 10 years old, she brought home a guitar and taught me 3 chords and a few songs. And I fooled around with that. All the way through high school, and I ended up in college studying veterinary medicine. And one of my classmates was Dr. Scotty Jacobs, who we see here. And he and I would get together on the weekends and play. We had a good time doing that. We did a fair number of house parties, as I recall, and amused ourselves. And then we graduated and went on our happy ways. And I was doing that, and then the pandemic hit, and Scotty called me up at the beginning of the pandemic and said, you know, we are doing this open mic out here in California. He had moved to California by then. I'm a Midwesterner. And he said, you know, you could tune in for this. You're 3 hours ahead of us, and if you don't mind staying up until after midnight, you know, you could tune in. So I started doing that, and that's where I met Richard as well. And the open mic that we all ended up doing online is called Fiddler's Crossing. It's every Wednesday night. And that still is going on. And really that has jump-started my music, I guess you would say. I think I've written probably 60 or 70 songs since the pandemic, in large part thanks to these guys at Fiddler's Crossing. And I'll play a few of them for you tonight. I usually say at these open mics that my job is to provide some wrong notes during the process here because, you know, Jan is a music teacher, so she rarely hits a wrong note, I'm sure. So I'll do that for you. I'm going to kick off with, you'll notice that I'm playing from my garage. And that's I like playing from the garage, which I can do. I'm in Michigan. I can play from the garage about 8 months out of the year. And I've just moved back out into the garage because it's gotten warm enough. But I don't bother the rest of the house. I can play as loud as I like. I can plug in. This is a song about living in the garage. Can you hear me, everybody? Last week I was really feeling bad, caught between the pillar and the post. I did things made other people mad, other people that I love the most. But if you've been a cad, if sometimes you're not so suave, there's always room for you in the garage. Life is full of ups and downs, ins and outs, thorns and crowns. Some people take to drink, some to God. I used to think that happiness was only a mirage, Then I found it living out in my garage. I wouldn't call it exile, but it's close. I know someday they'll let me back inside. In the meantime, I don't like to boast, but there is no finer place to hide. Expectations low, and so's the rent. The more I think about it, the more it's heaven sent. Smell of paint and grease and gasoline. Old guitars, erector sets, armadillos, rototillas, and everything between. Life seems to suit me out in the garage. Life is full of ups and downs, ins and outs, thorns and crowns. Some people take to drink, some to God. I used to think that happiness is only a mirage, till I found it living out in my garage.
Bravo.
Fini.
First of all,
Fun.
I have never heard the word rototiller in a song before. And secondly, mirage and garage, that's pure genius.
Well, I won't argue. I guess you said it.
I wouldn't know.
But thank you. Thank you very much.
You might never want to move back in, Brian.
Really, if your garage inspires songs like that, for sure, this is the right place. So, I am Jan Seides, and I am here in Austin, Texas, the home of Armadillo World Headquarters when there was one. And in fact, I got to play there, as did my husband Andy. So, but that was then. I used to think that life was like a little dance, and if you missed your step, well, you had your chance. Now I know disappointments come and go. You keep looking back, you never get past them, 'cause it's now and then, it's now again. And life is an endless possibility, 'cause it's now and then, it's now again. We're standing on the corner of was Road, will be highway. I used to think that love was like a photograph, a Kodak moment, good for a laugh. But now I know real love is never just for a show. You may lose your lover, but love is never over, 'cause it's now and then, it's now again. And love is a golden opportunity, 'cause it's now and then, it's now again. We're standing on the corner of was Road and will be highway. One day they'll lay you in your grave and say the words that people say. Then they'll all go to some cafe or other. You won't be sipping coffee with them. Better celebrate some moments now while you can. I used to think that time was like a looking glass. If you could see more future, it looked just like the past. Now I know that time is just a river flowing. When one season's done, the next one's begun. 'Cause it's now and then, it's now again. Quit waiting for someday, that never gonna come day. 'Cause it's now and then, it's now again. We're standing on the corner of Was Road and Wilby Highway, where it's now and then, it's now again. And life could be very extraordinary. 'Cause it's now and then, it's now again. We're all standing on the corner, Was Road, Wilby Highway, perpetually. And it's now and then, well, it's now again. And it's now again, perpetually. Thank you. So, as I said, we'll just keep going round and round like that until they throw us out.
That's a good one, Jan.
Thanks.
I figured I'm going to hear something that will make me think of the next thing that I should play. So, even I don't know why I thought of this. You might have said the word dance to be early in the song. Might have been the word. So that made me think of this song I wrote about. Woman starting a new life called She Wants to Dance. She married her high school boyfriend, homecoming king queen. She thought they could wear those crowns forever. Never thought he could turn so mean. She hung in there, raised the children, drunk with, ducked when he went on a drunken rage. She left him just as soon as the kids had grown and gone. She would not give him even one more day. Now she drops a waitress uniform like a weary flag. Hot shower washes everything out of sight. 'Cause tonight she knows where she's going. She's learned not to hold things too tight. She just wants some she can dance to, does not want to cry. Had her share of bad luck, now she only wants to fly. She wants to fly across some dance floor. She wants to rock and roll. She feels the beat and then she wants more. Some rhythm blues and a whole lot of soul. Now she fixes her hair just the way she likes it. She's not dressing up for anybody else. She's had it with fallen kings and princes. Tonight she's looking good just for herself. There's a club down on 10th Street near Broadway. A band she knows plays there most Friday nights. She ain't looking for a lover or a husband. Just wants to shake it out till it all feels right. She just wants something to dance to. She ain't drinking or getting high, kicking the blues out the back door. She only wants to fly. She wants to fly across some dance floor. She wants to rock and roll. She feels a beat and then she wants more. Some rhythm blues and a whole lot of soul. She just wants some she can dance to. Just wants some she can dance to.
Yeah, don't we all?
I like that one.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, Brian, what you got for us? You're muted for some reason. It doesn't say you are. No, can't hear you at all. Huh. Nope. What changed? I'll take care of it. So I'll tell you what. Say something and let's see if that worked, whatever you just did. Nope. Why don't you go out and come in again? And I'll go ahead and do, on this round, I'll do the next one and then you can, yeah. Okay. I'm going to do a love song for my husband because it was a crooked road getting here. One of the things I found out was we ran around in the same circles for 8 years without at any point running into each other. It was kind of amazing, I thought. If I had it to do over, a mulligan for all of those mistakes, maybe I would take it slower and think about the reasons I should wait for the other shoe. But then I wouldn't be with you. If I had it to do over, a second chance to turn and walk away from someone's careless promises, and all the times my trust was betrayed 'cause I didn't have a clue. But then I wouldn't be with you. You are the reason I still believe a guardian angel watches over me. So if I had it to do over, an opportunity that few receive, I could be lying here tonight, dreaming dreams that probably would never come true. So I wouldn't follow through because then I wouldn't be with you. Thank you.
Really lovely.
Very good as always.
Thank you.
That was gorgeous, Jan.
Oh, there he is.
Thanks very much. And I can hear you. That's great.
I
So
hope-
that was all it took?
That was all it took. That solved it.
Amazing. Okay. Well, you're up.
Okay, here's a recent one. My days of counting birthdays may be coming to an end. I don't turn the young girls' heads. The mirror's not my friend. The bottle helps to soften changes that I see. A little drink, a little smoke, even flowers go to seed. I'm failing the best way I know how. I'm falling, but I'm singing all the long way down. Failing the best way I know how. Once I was a fool for the women. Now I'm just a fool, nothing more. Once I thought that age was just a number. Father Time has evened up the score. I'm failing the best way I know how. I'm falling, but I'm smiling all the long way down. Failing the best way I know how.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thanks, gang.
So now we'll go back to our normal order and pretend nothing happened.
All right, that sets me up for something to play, Brian. Thank you. I know a little something about falling, about the space between here and the ground. When all is quiet as a sunset, sad as a circus clown. I thought I'd feel a rush of motion, but it's less about the waves than the ocean. I know a little something about falling, now that I've tumbled down. I know a little something about crying, about the leaking out of pain. When you give in to what your body needs and forget about your brain. I used to think I had to be in control. Now I've learned to let it all unfold. I know a little something about crying, now that I've felt the rain. know a little something, but not too much, just enough to know that I'm not cool. It's me and the squirrels and the peanuts. I'm happy being anybody's fool. I know a little something about loving, about how much you need to let go. Send your ego on a long vacation to a land called I don't know. You let your heart spin in a blender, it comes out and you surrender. I know a little bit about loving, watching the river flow, yeah. I know a little bit about loving, watching the river flow.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think I'm next.
Yes, I think you are.
Okay, and I see that Mr. Michael Gardner has joined us, and
Hi, Michael.
I wanted to do a song for him, Dr. Michael, probably. This is called I'm a Man. I'm a man, but I can change. I'm a man, but I can change, I swear. I'm sorry I was wrong. I'll be wrong again. Let's make sweet love right after the game. I'm a man, but I can change. I'm a man, but I can change if I have to, I guess. I'm sorry I did that thing, made you go insane. Let's make sweet love right after the game. I'm a man, but I can change. I'm a man, but I can change, I swear. I'm sorry I did that thing, made you go insane. Let's make sweet love right after the game. Let's make sweet love right after the game.
I'm not sure whether to applaud or not.
I know.
Did
Tell me
anybody
more.
did anybody recognize the chorus from that? The thing, I'm a man, but I can change. Anybody watch the Red Green show? Does that ring a bell? Okay. So Red Green was had a comedy show. I think it was CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, and it was based basically in a hardware store. But anyways, it fit right in there. So that was the inspiration.
I don't know whether to seek it out or not. So, in a similar vein, after you've survived one of those hard times, the kind that get you just before the dawn, anyone can tell you, if it didn't kill you, you got stronger. And surely that's no wonder, so the next time you meet trouble on the road, you know you'll be okay, 'cause you'll remember this is not the first time, it's not even the worst time, 'cause you're stronger. But now you gotta wonder, why me? Oh Lord, why me again? I thought you were my friend, and I think I'm strong enough now. Oh Lord, I think I deserve some kind of award. I've been calm and patient with grim determination, and I think I'm strong enough now. So I went down and I had my fortune read, to hear the love and riches in my future. She just shook her head, no charge was all she said. And by the way, don't stay, 'cause that one's gonna hurt you. Why me? Oh Lord, why me again? Appreciate your attention, but I think I'm strong enough now. Oh Lord, I think I deserve some kind of award. I know you got a plan, and I don't claim to understand, but I think I'm strong enough now. If you just need someone to toughen up, someone whose character needs tweaking, I know they can be found. I see them all around me, driving on the freeway any morning of the week. So why me? Oh Lord, why me again? Why not one of them? 'Cause I think I'm strong enough now. Oh Lord, I think I deserve some kind of award. Hold on a minute. I know you've got a plan, and I don't claim to understand, but I think I'm strong enough now. Oh Lord, I think I'm strong enough now. Get off my case. I think I'm strong enough now. Thank you.
That seems to be a new one.
I wonder what that other line was. Oh, well. See, that's just another case.
See, is it back to me?
Yes, it is.
Well, it's time for a sad song. What could be sadder than a band changing its personnel? There's a song called Molly Married Money, true tragedy. Susan picked the guitar and I played the stand-up bass. Bob was on the banjo, but Molly was the ace. Played the prettiest mandolin, fiddled sweet and clear. But when she picked up the dobro, the crowd would stomp and cheer. We played every county fair, roadhouse and cafe. We never made much money, but we played anyway. We all had 9-to-5 jobs, paychecks weren't big. We lived for the weekend and every bluegrass gig. But one day on the way to work, Molly turned to me and said, you know, I've had it with this dead-end job. It's getting to my head. I'm looking up the corporate ladder, not for a career, just want to find a sugar daddy. Get me out of here. So Molly went on a manhunt. She searched high and low for a good man with a loving heart and a stock portfolio. One day she struck it rich up on the 14th floor. Molly married money, she won't play bluegrass anymore. She cleaned out her apartment, tied up all loose ends. She packed away her dobro, quickly dumped her friends. Oh, everything changed for Molly when she walked out the mailroom door. Molly married money, she won't play bluegrass anymore. And I can't say she's doing wrong, cause the loss is mine, not hers. She's wintering in Aspen in her diamonds and her furs. She's playing the perfect hostess, we're playing Bill Monroe. She listens to soft jazz, no more footprints in the snow. Call her a gold digger, you can call her what you will. But when it came to being poor, sweet Molly had her fill. I don't begrudge you riches, Molly, but I hope happiness comes too. Cause music makes us smile, I hope that money does that for you. Well, it's been almost 2 years now since Molly moved away, but I think about her every time the band tunes up to play. Sure, we found a replacement, but it's not like before. Oh, Molly married money, she won't play bluegrass anymore. Molly married money, she won't play bluegrass anymore.
Yeah, another one bites the dust.
Yeah, you're right. That was very sad.
I apologize for my voice if it's not coming out too strong. I'm just bad timing for having this cold, but the show goes on, right?
Yeah, if you had talked to me about that, I totally would have recommended against it.
Oh,
Don't do it anymore.
okay.
My turn? I'm going to do a really old one. I can't claim the lyrics for this one, but it's an old standard. In a quaint caravan, there's a lady they call her the gypsy. She can look in the future, she'll chase away all your fear. Things will always come right if you only believe in the gypsy. She could tell at a glance that my heart was so full of tears. She looked at my palm and she told me that my lover was true. But between you and me, my dear, I know someone else was kissing you. Still I'll go back again, 'cause I want to believe in the gypsy. And I want to believe that you'll come back to me someday. She looked at my palm and she told me that my lover was true. But between you and me, my dear, I know someone else was kissing you. Still I'll go back again, 'cause I wanna believe in the gypsy. And I wanna believe that you'll come back to me someday.
Aw, I'm sorry.
It's an
That
old
was nice.
ink spot song. That's from way back.
Before my time, I guess.
Mine too.
I thought it was yours. Okay, mine's a sad song too, but not in the same way. Yeah, okay. I almost changed my mind about which song, because I do have one that's in the same way, but I'd rather do this. The flags above my country are at half-staff once again, and we're burying our children and their teachers and their friends. Yeah, law enforcement got him, and he only murdered 10. So the flags above my country are at half-staff once again. The flags above my country are at half-staff every day, and the folks who hold the power seem to have nothing to say. They just send their thoughts and prayers up to protect the NRA. So the flags above my country are at half-staff every day. Why not leave the flags at half-staff? It'll save us all some time. We can cut right to the part where we claim this is God's design, as we scroll the names and faces that were cut down in their prime. The flags above my country should be upside down today, 'cause the threat to life and property cannot be prayed away, and no good guy with a gun can stop a nation gone astray. So the flags above my country should be upside down today. Thank
That's
you.
great,
Wow.
Jan.
Slow clap. Slow clap.
Love that. You need a new one.
Yeah, I know. This was
Hey, that's
actually,
great.
the lyrics were written by Jen Cass, who you may know, Brian, because she's in Michigan near you. And she sent them to me because of something I said on Facebook. And so I wrote the music for it. So it's a collaboration. I want to say conglomeration, but that's not it. And
Great.
Lovely.
so we both get to send that message to our audience.
Very good.
Yeah.
You know, Jan, that was really good. It's hard to hit the right tone on a subject that heavy, you know, and you really did it there. That was good. I
Oh,
liked it.
thank you.
It's my turn? Yeah, okay. This is a song about people who are given guns. Every once in a while I write a song, and I know I have in my mind a time and place, but I haven't built it into the song enough. So in this song, I kind of cheated, I think, by titling the song to put it someplace in time, kind of like the way people might name a photograph or something. So this is because this is a time and a place I knew very well. This is San Diego, 1980. It's 2 in the morning on Midway Drive. Last call in every bar and topless dive. The waitress says, "Come on, boys, drink up your beer." The big motherships are waiting down at the pier, and they'll be tucking dollar bills down their dreams all night. And tomorrow they're gonna sail away. Oh. Tomorrow they're gonna sail away. Well, I got a bright yellow taxi meter on. I'm driving sailors around the city from dusk till dawn. Some are drunk, some are lonely, some are far from home. And tomorrow they're gonna sail away. Oh. Tomorrow they're gonna sail away. Now Billy's 18 from a Nebraska farm. Tonight he had Louise tattooed on his arm. He's on a carrier headed for the Philippines. Well, that's a lot more ocean than he's ever seen. He showed me pictures of Louise and all the folks back home. And tomorrow he's gonna sail away. Oh. Tomorrow's gonna sail away. Well, now I'm talking to a woman who works the street. She complains about her high heels and her aching feet. She stares out the window as we cruise Broadway. She says, "One more good night and I'm on my way." Tells me about her new life from the back of my cab. And tomorrow she's gonna sail away. Oh. Someday she'll sail away. And me, I'm counting tips like I'm counting my wishes, but I don't know what I want or I need. I'm living life looking from the outside in. Maybe it's time I parked this cab and turned in the keys. But for now I got a bright yellow taxi meter on. Driving sailors around the city from dusk till dawn. Some are drunk, some are lonely, some are far from home. And tomorrow they're gonna sail away. Oh. Tomorrow they're gonna sail away, sail away. Sail away, tomorrow gonna sail away. Everybody, sail away.
Boy, that's good, Richard.
Thanks.
I'm waiting for more applause on that one.
I think a lot of us are
Muted.
muted.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
we're applauding, you just can't hear it.
Yeah. Great one. It's not hard to fit a sad song in here, is it? I'm gonna play a sad one. This is maybe inspired a little more. I picked it because of the song that Jan played, but this is called "The Devil Doesn't Do Much Anymore." I saw the devil yesterday. We were waiting on a bus. He smiled at me the same old way. Asked me how I was. The devil smiled and asked me how I was. He said he's thinking of retiring. He's moving to the shore. Worked himself out of a job. He don't do much anymore. The devil doesn't need to do much anymore. Oh Lord, if you're up there listening, you already know. Your old buddy's back in town. That old so-and-so. Down to my last dollar low. This feels like the end. Between a rock and a hard place low. I can use a friend, my Lord. I sure could use a friend. I tried to block his number, but he calls me anyway. Says we've got an urgent legal case. Call him night or day. The devil's planning to retire. He's moving to the shore. Worked himself out of a job. He don't do much anymore. The devil doesn't need to do much anymore.
Wow, ain't it the truth?
Ooh. Yeah,
It is, unfortunately.
he's handed the baton. Great, great song.
Really? Well, before we go on, I have this burning question I need to ask. So, Richard, where are you going to be next, and where can people find you online?
So online, I have my one and only CD, Crooked Way Home, is on Spotify. And actually, I'm on a tour right now, playing in my living room, and then I'm playing in the family room. I think I'm playing up in my office, and some open mics in town. So I'll always plug Kerrville. If people come out, there'll be great song circles for 18 days of good stuff. But
Yep, and it's coming right up.
yeah,
End of May.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's my whole story.
You can be found on Facebook, can you not?
Yeah, I don't put music up there, but for
But if somebody wanted a copy of your album, they could contact you on Facebook and tell
Yeah.
you so. And you could
it's
work out the
it's interesting.
arrangements.
It's a pretty. I don't think anyone here is up in the East Bay area, and I don't know why they call it East Bay. There's no water around here. Ant can explain it sometime. But it's a pretty robust music scene up here. So there open mics at wineries and in Martinez. There are a couple of nice venues. So, of course, nobody pays you, but it's a nice place to be heard with good sound and light. So, yeah, if anyone's in touch on Facebook, I'll tell you when things are happening.
Cool. And Brian, how about you? Where can you be found next, and where can you be found online?
Well, the standard for me is I'm at Fiddler's Crossing every Wednesday night. The other thing is that every first Wednesday of the month, those of you who are in the middle of Michigan, you can catch me live at the Eagle Monk Brewery, and you can have some good beer there also. I'm behind on getting my music online. I think many of us songwriters, we have the problem that we'd rather write a new song than record one of our old songs and put it up for folks to listen to. So I have that problem myself.
I understand. And where can you be found just generally? If somebody wanted to contact you and buy an album from you, where would you direct them?
That's a good question, Jan. I'll have to work on that. Probably Fiddler's Crossing for now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Thank you.
Sure. And you can find me at janseides.com, and it's spelled just like you see it in my little cell here, which I am often in. My next in-person show will be next Sunday, and that's located here in Austin, Texas. It will be Erica Michelle and Jimmy Joe Natoli with me. And the next online show, the Any Sundays, that one, the in-person one is called Second Sunday, and that's the reason this one is called Any Sunday. And I am very pleased to announce that my guests for that one will be Laura Zucker in a return engagement, and Jackie Kahn, who will be with us from the UK. It's going to be a wonderful show, just like this one is, and I strongly recommend that you be there for it. If you'd like to know more about these shows and other random doings, but never spam, just drop your email in the chat here and let me know that that's what you're dropping it there for. And I will be happy to put you on the email list. And so you'll know about all these shows and what's coming up and when your favorite writers are going to be on. And I think that's all I have to say about that.
Well, Jan, let me just say, when you see Jimmy Joe, tell him that I said hi. I got to know him last year at Kerrville.
I definitely will.
And I think April 26th, I'm going to be doing a show at a place called Luigi's Deli, sharing a couple of hours with Laura Zucker. So,
excellent.
Small. I just saw her open for Scott Cook. I don't know if you've run into Scott. So he has a lot of good stuff out there. So enjoy those.
Yeah, there's a scary number of very talented individuals out there. So I'm going to do a sad one too. Because why not? Every now and then I dream of you again from time to time. Why? I'll never know. It was so long ago. You were mine. Like a treasure lost, like a secret told, a glitter in the dust, a glow among the coals, a shiver of regret. Every now and then I dream of you again. Like a hurricane, you struck and changed everything I thought I knew. You were my earth and sky. You filled my day and night. I believed in you. melody so sweet, harmony so wrong. Such was our duet. But every now and then I hum that tune again. You ran away, you didn't even say goodbye. Were you afraid? No, I used to pray your lie would come true. Somehow you'd love me true. But yes, I did move on after you had gone, and I was done grieving. And I found again a lover and a friend I could believe in. Ah, but autumn-colored hair, a pair of moody eyes, a tilted smile will make me look twice at someone I've never met. And every now and then, every now and then, yes, every now and then, I dream of you again. Thank you. Wow.
I sank below the horizon with that one.
Yeah.
Aw. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It was very sad.
I know. But it had a happy ending. That's one of those if I had it to do over things.
Yeah, but that's one of those things that's okay in a song, but in life it's seldom okay.
Yeah, it sucked in life. So anyway, Richard.
All right. Yeah, I love that. We're going to go from the sublime to the ridiculous. This song, was it? Song called The Cosmic Call Center. Sitting with strangers, having one more beer, wondering, what the hell am I doing here? I got dark thoughts running around in my head. Then I saw something written on the men's room stall. It said, if you need help, just give us a call. So I did. And here's what that recording said. Welcome. You've reached the cosmic call center of your dreams. Happiness is right around the corner. Not as hard as it seems. Choose from one of the following. Pick something that might fit. Operators waiting to take your call and help you out of your shit. Listen carefully before you make your selection. Our menu options have changed. Sorry for any inconvenience. But lately things have gotten a little bit strange. Press 1 if you know where you're going. Press 2 if you know where you've been. Press 3 if that woman just ripped out your heart. And press 4 if you would do it all over again. Press 5 if your soul's overdrawn. Press 6 if it's all been paid. Press 7 if you want some romance. And press 8 if you just want to get lazy. Undecided? That's okay. Because these menu options will repeat. not exactly. So just press something. Press 1 if your in-laws make you crazy. Press 2 if there are outlaws down the street. Press 3 if you want to talk to Jesus. And press 4 if it's the devil you've been dying to meet. Press 5 if you've been flying way too high. Press 6 if you're down on your luck. Press 7 if you got the whole deal figured out. And press 8 if you don't know what the fuss is all about. Have you chosen anything? I know it's hard to make decisions these days. Modern times, MAGA to deal with, all that stuff. So we can put you on hold. On hold. But you might really spend a long time on hold. Cosmic Call Center, how can we help you? Just kidding, you're still on hold. Thanks for calling.
I hung up.
Always love that, Richard.
Well, Rick hung up, but everybody else is still here.
Yeah, it was for you, Brian.
It sounds like maybe the mood is coming back up here, so I thought I would play a happier tune. Doesn't sound happier in the beginning. But at least it's a drinking song, so that's a little happier. Yesterday I accidentally got drunk. Threw my beer cans on in the yard. I ought to quit drinking, that's what I thunk. Lord knows that quitting is hard. 'Cause you know I'm no quitter. I get drunk but won't litter, and do one less bad thing today. I'll do one less bad thing today. I went to a party where the folks were so smart. Well, problems they thought to solve. I met a lady whose date threw the food from his plate, debating the point of the law. She gave me a wink, she gave me a nod. I did one less bad thing today. I did one less bad thing today. People I know, my goal's pretty low, but I think that it's okay. 'Cause I know me just like you know you, and I know I can do just one less bad thing today. I'll do one less bad thing today. One less bad thing today. One less bad thing today. I may not be good, but I think I could. One less bad thing today.
And that's the goal after all, isn't it?
For me, anyways.
Well, you brought this one up a while ago, and so I'm going to do it for you, Brian. This one was written from a prompt, and the prompt was tiger because it was the year of the tiger. And this one absolutely solidified my belief that I am unable to do what anybody expects of me.
Yeah, sure can.
Yeah,
So
that's really who I am. I hear you cheering for me out there. I know I'm elegant and rare, and I think I am showing admirable restraint. Yes, I am. Fancy Dan there, his name is Roy. He's treating me like I'm some kind of toy, and I think I am being practically a saint. See how his partner struts and prances. That Siegfried thinks he's quite the dancer, but really, I'm the star of the show, which I know you know. Still, I guess I've got it good. 3 squares and a roof, so I guess I can put up with that fool and his stupid megaphone. Because sometimes I dream of India, I'm lying in the sun beside the sea. Life was harder then, it was harder then. Was free. What's that fool Roy doing now? I think he's trying to get me to growl and give these folks a thrill for their applause. I think I'll give him a little slap. Just an easy-teasy little love tap, not enough to hurt, just to remind him who's boss. Because last night I dreamed of India. I was lying in the sun beside the sea. Life was harder then, yeah, it was harder then. Okay. But I was free. I didn't mean to hurt him, but he's such a little squirt. But when the crowd began to scream, well, it was totally worth it. 'Cause last night I dreamed of India. There I was, lying in the sun beside the sea. Life was harder then, I'll grant you, harder then. So I was free. Ha. Thank you.
Thanks, Jan.
Sure.
All right. Well, I apologize for that rookie mistake of accidentally turning my original sound off. I know how much that screws sound up, so I got to redeem myself here with something. So this is a song I wrote. I wrote in a few hours at Pacific Songwriting Camp in Cambria, California, and I'm going to do a plug for that. It's just the best long weekend, great teachers, Brad Kohler from Pasadena and Mike McNevin and John Smith, and met wonderful people. And my friend Robin, who was here, was there, and just a great place to get inspired and nudged along in your writing. And there's a song that came out of that. I don't know, I've written maybe half a dozen songs on the subject of hitchhiking. Not exactly sure why, except that I used to do a lot in my former life. This is actually a fairly accurate song about leaving home after college and being back in my family home for a while, called Wayward Son. We opened the trunk of the family Pontiac, lifted out my backpack and my sign. That was all that I recall. I told my dad that I'd be fine. We had never talked much before, and we were not about to start now. He smiled and shrugged, and I know we didn't hug. How did we not know how? And I'll never forget the things he didn't say, like what the world is all about, and how to find your way, like how to repair your heart when the damage has been done, and how he struggled to raise this wayward son. Then I was gone across the Verrazano Bridge, headed to a place I didn't know. I was leaving Brooklyn. All I knew was I was looking for someplace a little farther down the road. My sign said, heading west. Maybe visit my buddy Jack in Kentucky. The storm was rolling in. Man, that's a hard way to begin. But I'll get there in 2 days if I'm lucky. And I'll never forget the things my old man didn't say, like what the world is all about, and how to find your way, like how to repair your heart when the damage has been done, and how he struggled to raise this wayward son. It took too many years for me to understand my father and the feelings that he hid. Sacrifices made and the little he was paid, and his acceptance of every stupid thing I did. On my last visit home, I sat by his dying bed. I held his hand and I said, I'm doing fine. And then he whispered, do you remember that cold day in November when I dropped you off with your backpack and you signed? And I'll never forget the things he didn't say, like what the world is all about, and how to find your way, like how to repair your heart when the damage has been done, and oh, how he struggled to raise this wayward son, and oh, how he struggled.
That was lovely.
Wow, Richard. You want me to follow that now? That is tough. So good. I think, Jan, were you going to say something nice about Richard's song, it looks like?
I was. I was going to say, I think he'd be proud of you for writing that song.
Very true.
Probably.
I think maybe the only way to follow a song like that is with
Brought tears to my eyes.
yeah. The only way I could follow that is with Greek mythology. So I've got a song. It's like Cliff Notes for Ulysses, and it's called "Ulysses Coming Home." So I think I'll play that then. Penny was a looker, but nobody's fool. The men gathered round at her door, but men want one thing. She kept them all on a string. Her true love was Yulee. He was gone in the war. Penny and Yulee had baby Tell before he left. Penny and Tell had it hard, growing up with a daddy who's always away. Bad men gather round in the yard, but Yulee is coming back home. Yulee is coming back home. No more to ramble, no more will he roam. Yulee is coming back home. Yulee came back across the oceans, brought back. It wasn't his time to die, but each night he dreams and each night he screams. Giants with only one eye, but he's alive, and that beats a sharp stick in the eye. After many a twist, many a turn, Yulee came home in disguise, just as old dog recognized him. His dog wagged its tail, then it died. Now the bad men had nowhere to run, bad men, they had nowhere to hide. Yulee had trapped them, their time had run down. Yulee had locked them inside. When the big cat's away, the mice love to play, but this time they paid with their lives. Started wherever you want to, old singer, but sing us a song we all love so well. Down through the years, I know we'll remember the song about Yulee and Penny and Tell. but Yulie is coming back home. Yulie is coming back home. No more to ramble, no more will he roam. Yulie is coming back home. I hear all the muted claps.
Brian,
Wow.
that's what I needed for one of my lit classes in college. Thank you. Too late now, but
Well,
very
he got
cool.
here as fast as he could. Well, I have given a lot of thought to all of the stories that we still have, and they still inform our culture thousands of years later, or at least 1,000. And I have an album that's the stories from the Bible that you didn't get to hear because nobody asked that person. And it's another one where, you know, like in the case of Ulysses, we have, you know, we know who to thank for that. But in the case of all these Bible stories, we don't even know who preserved them. But here they still are, and I think that's marvelous. So I'm going to do one of the songs from that album, just because. As far back as I remember, I was always Rachel's sister. Sometimes I think that started before she was even born. She was lively, she was clever, and everybody loved her. And when the men came looking, it was Rachel they looked for, not me. I was Rachel's sister. Jacob saw her fetching water, asked if she was Laban's daughter, and she ran home to let us know to make room for one more. I fell in love that night at dinner. He never saw for watching her. And when the meal was over, it was Rachel he asked for, not me. I am Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written, but those were the lives we were living. Here is the truth, not the one that others told. It's the one that I know. I am Rachel's sister. They said Jacob was the trickster, but my father brought me forward on Rachel's wedding day, draped in veils upon his arm. But then Jacob worked the harder, and for Rachel too he bartered. Still, I thought I'd win him when each new son was born to me, Rachel's sister. But every night I'd hear her whisper, give me sons like you gave my sister, and prove that you love me, prove you love me more. So then one night he did it, and little Joseph was his favorite. But Rachel died in childbirth when her second son was born, leaving me Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written, but those were the lives we were living. Here is the truth, not the one that others told. It's the one that I know. I am Rachel's sister. Every now and then I wonder, is he still thinking of her? Though I'm the one that keeps him warm when the nights are cold. Did she love him as I love him? Or did she just love to win? But she is blessed memory, so I will never know. I am only Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written, but those were the lives we were given. Here is the truth, not the one the old men told. It's the one that I know. I am Rachel's sister, and it can only be told by Rachel's sister. Thank you.
Great. I love Kevin's comment in the chat box about a song sung from a particular point of view. That's nice.
Thanks. I'll have to go look.
All right. Well, the world is in terrible shape, or at least our country is. And I can't write anything about it. I don't have anything to do, or can't think of anything. But so I'm going back to a song I wrote a couple of years ago. My wife passed away from cancer. The year before that, at Christmas, I'd written a song for her, and it has the simplest chorus, which got some legs at Kerrville with some people in the circle, and the chorus is what, for me, what everything is about right now. It's a tough way to get there with this song, but anyway, it's called That's All. Well, you hoped I'd write you one more song. Well, I would write 100 if it meant we could keep the sky so blue and forget about the thunder. Thunder rolls and crashes like it will leave the sky in ruins. It shakes us, but it wakes us to the things we should be doing, what we ought to be doing. And that's love, and be kind, that's all, that's all. Just love and be kind, that's all, that's all. I've never met a single soul who hasn't had to suffer, who hasn't needed the shelter of a good friend or a lover. Love fills in the places where our hearts have gotten cracked. We're stronger where we've been broken, and we both know that that's a fact. That's just a fact. And we keep coming back to love and be kind. That's all, that's all. Love and be kind. That's all, that's all. We move our feet to some eternal beat. We feel our bodies swaying. sometimes singing for answers and other times quietly praying. Every step takes us higher and higher and higher we rise, till we find out what puts the blue in the everlasting skies. Well, it's no surprise, 'cause love flies. So love and be kind, that's all, that's all. Just love and be kind, that's all, that's all, that's all. Just love and be kind, that's all, that's all, that's all.
That really is.
It was great.
Yeah.
I'm just leaving time for applause here. Thank you for that, Richard. Whose woods these are, I think I know. He lives in the town below. He won't mind me stopping here. Watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it's strange. Stop without a townhouse near. Between the woods and the frozen lake, longest evening of the year. The woods are lovely, dark and deep. I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. He gives his harness bells a shake. Ask if there is some mistake. Only other sound the sweep of empty field and downy flake. Woods are lovely, dark and deep. I have promises to keep. Miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. Whose woods these are, I think I know. He lives in the town below. He won't mind me stopping here. Watch his woods fill up with snow.
That was lovely.
It's hard to follow Richard on those songs. I thought I'd just use a little Robert Frost, to help me out.
It's always good to have a good partner.
You are one literary son of a bitch, Brian. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no kidding. Beautiful. Well, I'm going to change the pace a little. Sorry. My husband has been working with a tango group for a couple of years now. And one of the things I've found out about tango, besides it's fascinating to watch people who are experts do it, and it's fascinating to watch people who are experts play it, because there's a bandoneon player in the group, and he sort of draws my focus every time I see them. The group is called Quintango, by the way, and if you have an opportunity to hear them play, I think you should take it. But tango rubs off. This is the great truth of tango. So that's where this song came from. Good Lord, what happened? I'm not used to hearing that sound. Oh, I know what happened. Hold on. There we go. No weird chorusing. First, make a list, all the qualities you missed on your previous attempts. Then make a plan, all the places that someone like that might frequent. Call all your friends, let them know you're on the mend from your last affair. Consult your horoscope, seize the moment, and say a little prayer. And then you wait, you hurry up and wait. Be at the right place at the right time to meet your soulmate. You just wait, gently knocking at the gates of love sublime. It's just a matter of patience and timing in the tango for one. Improve yourself, pay attention to your health, learn a new dance. Go on a trip, give your blues the slip, change your circumstance. Exercise your brain, learn a new language, do something just for fun. Get your fortune told, buy new clothes, you may already have won. Still you wait, you hurry up and wait. Be at the right place at the right time to meet your soulmate. You just wait, gently knocking at the gates of love sublime. It's just a matter of patience and timing in the tango for one. Sooner or later, you're gonna notice a change. Your own company ain't half as bad as they claim, and it's not a cause for shame. You can't afford to wait. You can hurry up and wait. At the right place, at the right time, you'll meet your soulmate. You just wait. You'll be entering the gates of love sublime. It's just a matter of patience and timing in the tango for one. 'Cause it's all about patience and timing in the tango for one. Thank you. Thanks. So we are about to start our last round. And it doesn't matter if we run a little bit over because nobody is waiting for this stage, but this is our last round.
Okay. I'll try to do something I know for a change. So, yeah, I'm something of a closet Buddhist. And I remember hearing a teacher say once that there's a belief that in some incarnation, we've each been the mother of everyone else that we ever meet. And to think of someone you meet in that way, which I thought was pretty cool. And this is a song about, with that in mind, called Time and Space. Well, I am like a broken clock. I'm right just twice a day. Never got my clock fixed. I go through time the hard way. And I'm half a mile as a crow flies from where I ought to be. But I've never been a crow, and so I wander aimlessly. So aimlessly. Time and space, what was your face on a summer's day 5 years before you were born? Time and space, A spoonful of grace can take you from the darkness to the dawn. Now objects in the mirror might be closer than they appear. Oh, you can waste a lifetime measuring your fear. And the rock that was a mountain is now sand upon the beach. The things that you held closest slip gently out of reach, just out of reach. Time and space, what was your face on a winter's day 10 years before you were born? Time and space, a spoonful of grace can take you to the darkness, to the dawn. I watch you breathing while you sleep, watch your chest rise and fall. I match each breath of yours with mine, I breathe, that's all. Is this a prayerful song I'm singing, or is it a song for prayer? Most days I don't know the difference, most days I don't care, I don't care. Time and space, what was your face on a summer's day 5 years before you were born? Time and space, a spoonful of grace can take you from the darkness to the dawn. Time and space, a spoonful of grace can take you from the darkness to the dawn.
Lovely. Yeah,
Thank you for
Janet's
that
got the
one,
right
Richard.
idea.
My turn now.
Yes.
Here's one for my dad and all my uncles. Job sites full of pickup trucks long before it's light. Tired jokes and tired backs, but tonight is Friday night. Smell of shit and sawdust, smoke and wet concrete. Move your asses, pound those nails, get ready for the heat. Sometimes you're doing something and it just seems right. We built that house you're living in and your neighbors on the right. I cut this board 2 times already and it's still too short. We'll build it if it takes every time you got. We'll build it if it takes every dime you got. morning's gone, the day is done. Amid the sweat, beneath the sun. Keep your office, keep your desk outside's what I like best. Sometimes you're doing something and it just seems right. We built that house you're living in and your neighbors on the right. I cut this board 2 times already and it's still too short. We'll build it if it takes every dime you got. We'll build it if it takes every dime you got. The world's run down, the time's forgotten. Our job's to wind it up. In heaven it's always Friday night. Your glass is full in a friendly bar. Pretty girls are sitting close.
Wow. Nice.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to close it out, but before I do, I just want to say thank you to Richard and thank you to Brian. I'm so grateful that you said yes when I asked. And it's been a pleasure to have you here. And I hope you'll say yes again next time.
Thank you for having us, Jan. We've been had.
Thanks, Jan.
Sure. Okay, so yeah, the whole change in our living circumstances has been, it left me speechless for weeks. But then something happened in my family and all of it poured loose, and this was the result. And I have to say that yesterday's turnout made me feel like we've all got a way to go. All we have to do is go there. My niece's wife thinks nobody knows the agony they're going through. People will say that's the life they chose. Their sort of love cannot be true. They've cut their ties with family, lost some lifelong friends. Now they believe that in their corner is only them. My best friend's child thinks nobody shares the burden she carries in the world. People tell her that's her cross to bear, 'cause she's got 2 strikes, black and girl. They tell her that's just the way it is, give it up, move on. Now she thinks she needs an army, but she has none. And maybe you feel the same. Maybe you think these folks are just gaming you. And maybe they don't care as much as they say they do, as you want them to. But we can lean on the ones who love us. There's gonna be some that we can trust. Yes, we can lean on the ones that love us. And you can lean on me. Oh, you can lean on me. mother's wife lies awake all night, wondering what trouble they might face. 'Cause her parents crossed that borderline to bring their children to the States. She's anxious for her family, not sure who's a friend. Now she thinks she better be careful, 'cause so much depends. And maybe you feel the same. Maybe you think those folks are just gaming you, and maybe they don't care as much as they say they do, as you need them to. But you can lean on the ones that love us. There's gonna be some that we can trust, so we must lean on the ones that love us. And you can lean on me. Oh, you can. We can lean on the ones that love us. 'Cause there's gotta be some that we can trust, so we will lean on the ones that love us. And you can lean on me, and I will lean on you. Can lean on me. Thank you. Well, if yesterday proved anything, it proved that we can count on each other, and I hope we continue to do so. Thank you again, Richard. Thank you again, Brian.
Thank you, Jan
They'll be
and Brian.
back
Thank you.
for sure.
Fantastic.
And thank you for everybody that's here. Could we all uncloak to say goodbye? Yeah. And there's the person responsible for the wonderful sound today. Thank you,
Thank
Andy.
you, Andy.
Thanks, Andy.
And Kevin said to tell you hi, but he's here. He can probably do that himself.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, everybody. Hi, Janet.
So
Hi.
Janet is a
Yes,
bit
Jody.
north of Tel Aviv, so we have an international show today.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, great stuff. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, amazing songs.
Thank you.
I'm going to stop
Yes,
the stream
absolutely.
now and tell our friends there goodbye. If you would be so kind, we have a tip jar both in the comments and in the chat here. So, and thank you to those who already have.
And Jan,
Bye,
can you tell us
streaming
how
people.
how we can access the recording?
The recording will be on YouTube. It's already there, actually. I just have to approve it. And then anybody can go back and listen to the show again. Or any of